Good morning world from Cavite City. I'm staying at my dad's house for a few days, living a day in his life in this part of the Philippines. My daughter and I usually live the island life in Mindanao, so spending a few days up here is a massive contrast. She stayed up really late last night, excited to be in a different environment, so I'm letting her sleep in while I go for a 6 a.m. bike ride with my dad. A load of Luz is here to take care of her in case she gets up before I get back. Dad's morning routine always starts with an early Buster walk. Buster is the family Jack Russell that used to live a pretty boring life in a cage, but since Dad's permanently retired here, he made it his mission to start treating him like a real pet.
Hold them. Oh, I'll get rid of the poo. Right, yes. Oh, they would have been Buster slaying last night. They had a massive poo off before bed. What's that? Buster, where's it all come from? Very little. He's a bit of a poo machine.
And Buster is adapting to the pet life slowly, but he's proving to be a good friend to Dad as well.
Treat time, Buster.
Come on, sit down then. Give me a paw. Come on, give me a paw. Give me this one. Boy.
Which is lovely to see.
Good boy. Good job. Lots of poo everywhere. I'm just going to go and put my other shorts on, Sacha.
Yeah,
with you.
okay.
Can you sit with Buster for a minute? I'll put him back. This is nice, this bike. Let's bring it down and we can try it. Yeah, you can't let it rebuilt really. You don't want it too low because you need to be able to stretch your legs a bit. But
It's always best to bike ride Cavite when it's early. It's much cooler and there's much less traffic on the roads, according to Dad. The bike I borrowed was a bit tall for me, but I got the hang of it soon enough. We rode down to the waterfront and took in the sights. This is Dad's little route. He has a few different ones, but this one ends in the best view. Being here is a clear example of how different life can be in the Philippines. If you compare the way my day usually starts on our island routine to Dad's city routine in the suburbs of Luzon, we may as well be looking at a different country. But the one thing that binds the two lifestyles together is the friendly people that you meet, and that's how you know you're still in the Philippines. I feel that a lot of retirees that move to the Philippines will be able to relate to my dad's life more than ours. We have driven our car from Siargao in Mindanao all the way to Luzon, and on the way we saw many cities and suburbs like this one. So today's point of view is highlighting that difference. My dad is happy here, he's got a good routine going on with lots of friends too, and I'm only a 2-hour flight away on the same time zone, but sometimes it still feels very far away. We rode our bikes until it started to get too hot, but it was fun to flow into the traffic and ride beside the iconic jeepneys, which may get phased out in a few years, which is a little sad. I remember riding these roads back with Dad in 2015 too, so there's definitely some history and memories here. By the time I got home, Story had just woken up, which was perfect timing for breakfast. There's always a lot of life going on around the kitchen here. I just had my usual coffee.
To-do list. Did you have a good sleep? Yeah, you open it. It's got a rip there, see?
Oh,
Is it open?
you got
the bowl? Yeah, all the way.
yeah. Oh, come on. That's a waste of oats. And that's how much I'm going to eat today.
Yeah, you just had lunch, you can have another one. Do you want to try one first, and then if you want some more,
Yeah.
you're going to pour that in as well? Do you want hot warm oat milk? Warm milk today?
Warm milk, please, Mommy. I kind of want it to be hot.
Hot, okay.
Is it possible that Buster ever really does a week?
Yeah, I've just taken him outside for a week. He's had 2 poos this morning and he had 1 last night.
Oh my goodness.
He had a big
That's
poo.
2 poos.
He had a big poo last night when I took him out, and then 2 this morning.
Yay. Boop, 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 boop.
And Story had her usual breakfast of oats, soy milk and strawberry jam. We've been looking forward to visiting the best cafe in Cavite, Cafe Antics, and we've featured this place in our vlogs before, so it's really nice to revisit the friendly faces here.
There's a brick wall that side.
We're at Antics.
Ready for an lesson.
Right. Morning.
Ooh.
Megan Danny.
Hi. Morning. Hi. I know, that's what everyone's saying, how big she's gotten.
It's just small. So bad.
That's probably 4.
Yeah.
No.
Now you're 17 now?
No, it wasn't. Oh.
Last January, 5, 6.
Yeah, 6.
I don't know.
Do you still remember the copy lessons that we had? Right, so maybe we could continue.
He's looking for lesson number 2, yeah?
Advanced learning.
Advanced.
Oh.
Wow. And you just talk to Ed in Japanese now because he's Japanese.
Don't forget Mr. Roboto. That's drawing. Based on it, right?
Okay.
The milk has to be really, the texture.
Yeah.
Abot pa ng tissue.
I mean, if I wanted to go there, if we had a group of people coming, I would suggest you go there.
See? And then always use the tissue. Well, it doesn't really work. You gotta wipe it every time you change.
Yeah, she's at an age. Oh, that's cool. It's got a bit of a flower power on it.
Yeah.
So different colors.
Is it going to actually taste the milk?
Story's been excited to level up her latte art with a new lesson from Barista Ed. It's like an art class today and a lovely memory for us as a family.
Yeah, I can already see it getting flatter.
Yes, definitely.
I'm going to try that.
Sure. But yeah, you want to make the.
I'm going to try it.
Okay.
Flat nose.
Now into a cappuccino with 3D latte art. Very good.
So cute.
Well done. Tomorrow we fly to the UK to see my mum, so we're being very conscious and present today, taking in the sights and sounds of this other side to the Philippines before we head back to the country where I was born.
Good morning, world, from the beautiful Siargao Island. It is a rainy start to the day, but seeing this view already gives you an idea of the contrast between what Sacha is experiencing right now in Cavite City with her dad versus the life we live here in Mindanao with our little Aspen Poppy. She needs to go for a walk, but it's been raining for hours. It's only a light rain though, isn't it, Pops? We could still go out. Yeah? Good plan? There's a gap in the clouds, Pop. Should we go for that morning walk? Yeah, that morning walk. Let's do it. The sea is quiet today. No breeze. Talking about that contrast of life, it even applies to the island life too. Where we live here is quite close to the ocean, of course. When the tide is in, it's rough. This beach gets very noisy when the tide is high, but if you go to the other side of the island, it is super quiet when you get to the ocean because the reef goes on like for sometimes up to 1 kilometre or more. Poppy seems to like it. She's happy here. Of course, nowhere is perfect. Look, Some more trash washed up on the beach today and plenty more all over the sand. We are trying our hardest to reopen the Siargao Recycling Centre up north. We've already raised $1,200 so far to get a new roof for the recycling centre and to get the machines up and running, sort out the electricity supply. The ultimate goal, of course, is to get the centre open so they can start recycling and upcycling over a ton of trash every single month like this into new products that the locals can profit from and bring some economy back to the island and get the trashes off the beach. It is the unfortunate downside to island life. You obviously see a lot of this stuff every single day. And of course, whether or not you live here, the problem remains. So please check out the Global Giving campaign. It's completely legit and we are endorsing it because we know it's legit. It's been set up by our friend Sunny, who lives up north and has been doing NGO work for over 10 years here on the island. There's going to be links down below in the comment and also in the description. So please support it. And hopefully when the roof gets repaired and the project gets into full motion, we'll be able to go and film the progress and show you guys where your money went. I mean, no matter where you live, this affects us all. Look at it, it is disgusting. And this is every single day. Even if you come out here and pick it up every day, it washes back in with the tide. It's depressing. Reaching the cleaner end of the beach now, and I want to head back to Sacha's side of the world where she's enjoying a day out with Granddad. Let's see a little bit more of that retired life from Cavite.
Good morning from Manila. We are heading into the big city today. Dad is kindly driving us into Venice Mall and we're going to have a little fun morning and afternoon out.
This is close to the British Embassy, I think.
Story requested to go back to the trampoline park there, which is something that she wanted to do when we were on the island. So we, of course, are fitting this in our short time in the city.
I'll have to get you.
It's actually really nice to be back in this area. We really like McKinley Hill, which is where Venice Mall is, and I like the tree-lined streets. It feels really nice.
I know, Rob. We're staying here.
While we were preparing to go into the jump park, my dad actually met a friend who he used to work with in Dubai when my dad spent some time living in Dubai. One of his work colleagues was actually in Manila at the same time and also in Venice Mall at the same time, so we connected with her, T.I. Hello T.I. if you're watching. It was really nice to meet you.
We're at the jump park and I'm really excited.
Already jumping.
I'm going to do a super high jump.
Okay. I joined Story in the jump park, of course. I can't let her have all the fun. And it was a really, really fun hour. Pretty much exactly the same as the last time we were here jumping. But it was a bit more busy, a few more kids in here than before. But still, Story had a lot of fun. You fell out!
Yeah.
Trying out the climbing wall, she reached the top. High five, you got to the top! Nah, it's okay. And we done some jumping together while Dad went and done some shopping. Do your big star jumps.
Wow. Beautiful job, Mummy. Bye. Put that on.
Hello!
Hello. How do I put that?
Oh look, we got it all to ourselves, the ninja course. Yeah, you got to get across without your feet touching the floor. After jumping, I required a coffee, so we headed to Pedal Cafe. They have a nice coffee there, and they also do oatside oat milk, which is a plus for me, of course. I had a lovely cappuccino and Story had a strawberry milk, which they kindly made with oat milk as well. I ordered off menu. We had Burger King for lunch, which was another request from Story, and she finished it so quickly. I think Story was the first person to finish her food today, which is almost unheard of. And we're in the car. Did you have a nice afternoon, Dad?
Yeah, it was a good day, thanks. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's good fun, somewhere different for me.
Yeah, it's nice.
So, had a nice day out.
Yeah, it's a nice mall to wander around, isn't it?
And now we're sitting in traffic, going nowhere.
We are.
Famous Manila traffic. Not actually moving.
I know. We've got an hour to get back to Dad's. And Story. What did you buy today?
And of course, I bought a toy. This one matches my one I got from Korea. But the one in Korea I got was called Carrot, which is basically this, but pink with a carrot instead of a strawberry. So I called this Strawberry instead of Carrot. I loved the afternoon. It was very, very fun. Extremely fun. I loved the jump park. It was bouncing like crazy in there. We were bouncing like lunatics. Weren't we, Mummy?
Well, maybe you were.
Maybe. And I also got some kind of like K-pop or J-pop manga figure from a gacha, but in Manila. And I thought it was from Harry Potter, but it wasn't. It's actually meant to be just a normal manga from an anime, so it's a bit wobbly in here. But I quite like it. I'm proud of it. The lady asked me if I wanted to buy one.
To change it.
Oh, asked me if I wanted to change it, but I was like, no, I'm really happy with this. And I also noticed if you put it up in the light, it actually has the classic K-pop shine on the hair, or J-pop. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the afternoon.
So we're heading back to Dad's now, and Lola Luz didn't come with us today, did she, Dad?
No, she stayed at home.
She wanted to do some cooking, so she's been cooking up
Got
a
some
feast.
food ready.
So Dad, tell
Yes.
me, question time. Granddad, question time.
No
I've got
pressure.
weird light on my face here from the sun. How was it driving to Venice Mall today? That's the first time Dad has driven to that place, right? To that area.
First time I've driven there. I've been before, but I've always been driven.
Yeah.
But it was easy. It was fine. Google Maps helped. And it was
I
actually
helped.
okay. And Sacha was a good navigator.
Yeah, I'm used to being the navigator,
We
so
got there and back without any stress.
we did, yeah.
No incidents.
Yeah.
It was all very good. I
And
now know the way.
you do. And will you be going back?
Yeah, I'll take Luz back. She wants to go, so
I know you're going to
we'll go back next time.
to go to the jump park.
Absolutely, yeah. Wouldn't miss that.
You secretly really wanted to go.
Well, actually, the jump park slash Starbucks.
Yeah. Next question. What would you say to someone in England or America or elsewhere that was considering coming to the Philippines to retire or live longer term? Would you say yes or no? Go for it or don't bother? What would you say?
I'd
What
say-
would be your advice?
Yeah, pretty much everything is here. I think living near Manila is a big advantage because you've got literally everything you could ever want and more in Manila. It offers everything.
Yeah.
Outside of Manila, it's a different experience, different lifestyle. As Sacha and Jay know, living in Siargao. So depending on what you want, if you want the crazy city, Manila's the place. If you want the nice, quiet, peaceful life, then head out and don't go to the city.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. It's a good place.
Last thing. What? I forgot. What?
I'm the old one here, not you. I'm the one who's supposed to have no memory.
Got it. What is the best thing about living in the Philippines? This is your second year now, isn't it?
I've been here nearly 2 years, and it's pretty free and easy. You can do most things without too much difficulty. people kind of let you just do what you want. So yeah, it's not so many rules.
The freedom, the rules, that's what Story always says. And we're going back to England in a couple of days, obviously. Dad is coming with us, which will be lovely to travel together. Apart from family, you're not allowed to say family.
Well, that's the reason I'm going.
What do you miss from England, if anything?
Guinness. Draft Guinness,
Yeah.
which you can't get here, so that's something I do miss.
So you'll be having a few pints of Guinness.
I'll definitely be having a few pints of Guinness, that's for sure.
Yeah.
In the pub. A proper pub.
Yeah.
Proper beer. And some nice English food. Fish and chips, roast dinner, shepherd's pie. Happy days.
Well, there you go. Alright, let's head home.
I'm going to make it into a bigger international airport.
Oh, really?
Reclaim all the sea. But the pictures are ridiculous because the actual pictures of what they're planning are bigger than Cavite City. I don't think they quite got their map to scale.
It's worrying. Now, the weird things that you two do, caught on camera.
Oh, no.
Look at Daddy. Hi, Daddy.
Oh, no, it went off camera.
Oh, okay. Story has set up a video call with Jay and they're going to play some Roblox together, right?
Yes.
You're going to have a little online gaming session and I am dressed in my workout gear and I'm going to go into Dad's little gym area. Dad's going to join me and go on the treadmill and I'm hopefully going to do some weightlifting. See how that goes while Story has a nice little catch up with Daddy. Who's this?
Amy,
Ah,
we'll do just random selection. Whatever comes up. Right, okay. Sorry?
little dance.
Is that okay?
Alright, just finished our workouts. Dad done a 4K run on the treadmill and I done weightlifting and I just did a little bit of a kilometre walk on the treadmill as well while Dad was having his shower and yeah, that was a good workout. In case you're wondering, the weights that I was lifting, in case you're trying to work out, it was 8 kg in each hand. So yeah, pretty good. I'm happy with that. I did a good half-hour weight workout, feeling happy, and Lulu's has prepared dinner, so we're going to go and have dinner now. And yeah, good day.
No.
So Luz has cooked us up a lovely feast. We've got some vegetable spring rolls, tofu teriyaki, and some garlic rice. Looks yummy. Looking forward to this.
My dinner is a little bit different. I'm preparing some seitan, which is made from this vital wheat gluten stuff. Got some soy sauce in here, garlic, onion and paprika. I'm going to mix it together and make like a kind of meaty chunk. I've been making curries that last 2 days so that I don't have to cook the whole meal again on the second day. So that's already prepared. I need some hot water in here too to mix this through. Can't be bothered to boil the kettle, so I'm just going to use the coffee machine instead. There's obviously no coffee pod in there, that is just the soy sauce making the colour. I buy this powder online so we can have a little bit of variety instead of just tofu and beans all the time, and it works out pretty cool. Let's pour that in and mix it up. It really takes seconds to make this. It even looks pretty gross, looks a bit meaty. As somebody who's been vegan for like 8 years, I don't crave meat. What I do like about this is it gives you a interesting texture. It's like bouncy on the inside, but crispy on the outside. A little bit like a fried nugget without the grossness that comes with meat, like the bad smell, the blood, all the moral implications, of course. And it's just a kind of like fun alternative to tofu. I mean, you see how easy it is to make. I don't have to do any shopping. All I have to do is just put these two ingredients together and I'm good to go. You could make this without soy sauce. You could just make it with just hot water, but then it would be a bit flavorless and you'd have to add a load of stuff on top. Now I've finished mixing, I'm just going to boil it up in the pan for about half an hour and it will be ready to eat. Instead of waiting for that to cook and going through the full process, I will just add a clip of the last time we made this successfully. It was over Christmas time and it came out absolutely perfect. I didn't put the soy sauce in then, so the inside was a little bit more like a kind of chicken texture, but it really came out well. Everybody in the family loved it. It is pretty much like a fast food for us. And I know you guys are interested in some of the things that we eat here, because in the Philippines, it's a very meat-heavy culture. So to be vegan here, a lot of people are wondering how we do it. And this is one of the ways. So watching through the footage from Cavite, Grandad said he'd been living in the Philippines for 2 years now. What he really means is that he's been retired permanently there for 2 years. But we actually went to see him in that house back in 2015. So the history of our journey to the Philippines scales back a lot further, and so does his, even further than ours. And when Sacha was talking about the bike ride, I remember that day clearly, the first time we stayed in Grandad's house and we went out for a ride down to that same area and experienced the Philippines for the first time. It was the catalyst for us even beginning to think about a life in the Philippines before we had our daughter and before we did anything else. So the story goes, after that 2015 visit, we went back to Thailand, and then eventually we went to move to Portugal for 3 years, and then we came here and we were on holiday and got stuck here during the pandemic, and then we decided to make our life permanently. Ultimately, we chose the island life, which turned out to be Siargao Island for us in Mindanao. It had a really good balance of lifestyle for us, but it's such a contrast from Cavite City and even BGC and Makati in the more urbanized super metro part of Metro Manila. There's so many different ways you can live your life here if you retire. You just got to figure out what works best for you, what you can handle and what you can't handle. But all the options in my mind are pretty good. And the shout out for today goes to Fayon Conlon. So huge thank you to you for becoming a member of our channel. It really does help to support us so that we can keep creating content for you about life here in the Philippines. If you guys are wondering other ways that you might be able to support our channel, you can also just like and subscribe, share the videos that matter to you. That's completely free, but it makes a huge impact on our channel and allows us to go further. I hope you enjoyed today's update. I really enjoyed making it. I've really been enjoying seeing Sacha going out there and doing vlogging by herself, which is something that she doesn't really get to do much when we're together. It's really showing a different dynamic to the content, and I'm happy editing it. I'm seeing that she's happy too, and I'm looking forward to her England trip, which is coming up basically next. Please don't forget to check out the links for the recycling studio, which is down below if you want to donate to getting rid of trash off the beaches here. It will really help the Philippines and also the rest of the world, and we're trying to do our best to make that project complete. I'm going to end the video for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!